James Thomas, morning, Ben. I'm here with my two critics, Janelle and Tony. Smile, Janelle. It's morning. I've had my coffee, so has Tony. Have some coffee, Janelle.
I,
You know why she has that look on her face? Because the movie we're about to review, it's called The End, and it was definitely the end. Yeah, I'm gonna be the first because again, I called it the Addams Family Values Musical, is what I actually called it, because it was a weird family. Tilda had issues, dad had issues. Let's not even get into the son. Mom and dad are bad, the son is bad. And the fact they were about to kill somebody, is it Tony? It's you know, after the an apocalypse or something like that. Something's going on. I couldn't figure that out. And then was it fire? I didn't understand what caused the apocalypse. And those tunnels that you could tell were drilled out. Is that because Dad used to drill? Tony.
this is ambitious, audacious, and bold. It's unlike anything you've ever seen before. I can almost guarantee that. It's a musical set at the end of the world. As James was mentioning, doesn't really go into what exactly happened. There's clearly an energy crisis that certain people may or may not be responsible for, but it really is family dynamics, and they've been trapped underground for a very long time. We're not exactly sure exactly how long, but it's a family of three and a select few friends, and they have just survived together. I think it's almost a mile below ground for years. And as things start to come to light, some truth, what led to everything, why are they there? A few things begin to unravel, and so does their sanity for sure.
Speaking of unraveling, Janelle, what did you think?
I think if it wouldn't have been a musical, I think it actually probably would have been a decent movie. I think it really delved into the fact that they did talk about that they had been down there for about 20 to 25 years because
Right.
the son had been born down there. The fact that things had be they were used to their insular environment of not discussing feelings, not letting things bubble to the surface, not talking about the guilt in the role that they may have had, in the end of the world. I think if they would have just focused on that story, I thought it was pretty decent. I think the fact that it was a musical kind of throws it off. But yeah, I mean, it was a decent story outside of the use of the musical.
I'm gonna give it a 2.5. Tony, what would you give it?
It's a 3 out of 5 for me. You have to admire the ambition here. Josh Oppenheimer has on full display, and the cast. I mean, Tilda Swinton, Michael Shannon, George McKay. There's so many. Lenny James. They each give it their all. Yes, it's a musical, but I mean, these actors are truly giving it their all here. There's a lot to appreciate. They have a massive swing here. There's more misses than hits, but I have to admire the audacious.
Janelle?
I'd give it a 3 out of 5. Again, if you take out the singing, I think the story in itself is pretty decent. It deals well with a family dealing with the end of the world and having an outsider come in and toss a lot of those feelings and making a lot of that stuff bubble up to the surface.
Okay.